All right. Hello, world, and welcome to Patreon number 2. Today, I'm making my business transparent by exposing everything that I do within my business. Every business is a little bit different, and you might choose to set yours up differently. That's okay, to each his own. But last week, I spoke about creating a business. It is very important to create a business for legal purposes of protecting yourself while doing those activities that you want to do under your business. So the first step would be to head to your state and sign up for an a document number, and that will allow you to then sign up with the IRS for your EIN. Now, there is multiple steps involved in the process of opening a business, but the two most important step is letting your state know, giving them that document number, and filing with the IRS. Um, I will be periodically going through all the steps that I took in my business, but I'm trying to get my video times down from 4 hours, so bear with me. So today I'm talking about the EIN. Now, this is the part in your journey where you'll be able to use your EIN to officially conduct business. You can use your business name or your fictitious name to sign up on with companies and employees. But there's something that is very important that comes after this step. Now, every step leading up to this one had to be done by someone or something, because all business needs to be started by either a person or a company, because there needs to be a money trail. The company cannot start itself with no one liable for it. That just wouldn't make much sense. So, as a part of starting your own business, there is a important word that comes right after you get your EIN, and that word is called commingling. Now, what this means is you want to have a clear distinction between what you are doing in your personal life and what you're doing in your business. For example, I would like to say that there are 5 major kinds of business. There is the LLC, the limited liability company, and with a single member LLC, typically what happens is you are the business, and any kind of liability that happens within that business, you'll be liable to pay for it. Now, if you don't separate your entity from yourself and you are actively or has ever commingled, you have now pierced something called the corporate veil. You had an invisible protection which separated you from your business, but because you took money from your business to do your personal, you are now considered commingling. Now, what I just said kind of contradicts how I opened this video, because someone or something needs to pay for the business. So each business is different, and what I decided to do was have one credit card for myself in conjunction with the business. And so what that does is I'm able to separate even more from the business. I'll be getting back to that later. So the 5 main types that I like to think about of business are the LLC, the partnerships, the nonprofits, the 501c3, and the corporation and the S corps. So the business type that I decided to go with is the C corp, and it stands for corporation. And the reason I decided to go that route instead of going the S corp, which is a small corporation, is because with an S corp, all the tax liability will flow through to your tax refund. And theoretically, you're supposed to be able to minimize your business taxes that way. However, you are now financially not separated from the business. So the route that I decided to go is to create a C Corp. The reason I did that is because my company is its own business. It files its own taxes. I, as an individual, am obligated to file my own taxes. So what I've done is I have hired myself as a company as opposed to an employee, because all employees have to pay a W-2 tax, and you have to go into the Social Security and all the other benefits. But what's not a benefit is you have to pay payroll taxes, platform taxes, and all sorts of other associated costs with running the business and paying yourself legally through that business. So I may not have the upfront benefit of saying I have a 501, or I'm contributing money to the government to be able to have that money returned to me later, Social Security. But what I am doing is I'm still leaving myself open to be able to take the additional money saved and invest that into my own kind of savings account, whether that be a private savings account, or I can do the stock market. I can still do all the other kinds of savings option available. But what I've decided to do to simplify my taxes is have my business have its own business transactions. But because I'm not a W-2 employee, all transactions leading up to owning the business, I am paying for those with my personal until I'm able to get those to the business. And I would like to be able to write those off. And so by having them on one card, I'm able to set myself up as a business within my business. So my meal expenses for travel, for work related items can be written off for business because I have everything separated. But I'm also able to write off my personal expenses that are business related, which W-2 employees don't have that option. So I'm trying to keep this video short and not make it 4 hours like my typical videos. So I'm trying to compress all the information. But if you would like additional assistance with either opening a business or with an existing business, feel free to reach me on Patreon and support there. There will be a link to Discord, and the first link will allow us to be able to speak as a family in an open settings where everyone can come in and pitch what they've been doing, and we can all come together to talk about it and have a good time. Or you can join the general manager, which is a one-on-one consultation privately between myself and you. I'm not looking to go into all of your personal private data. My only intentions is to help you spot good choices for you. But without letting this video be too long, I would like to give a hint on what next week's video is going to be about, and that's how to manage your money after you've got your EIN. Because once you get your EIN, you had to pay for the state. The state requires that you pay, but the IRS doesn't require a payment in order to set it up. But very importantly, when you're signing up for your EIN, ensure that the website you are going to is irs.gov. That .gov at the end is very important. And you are also going to need a phone number, which means a phone number will be associated with your business account. I would personally suggest already having your phone number, because for the next step, the business step, the phone already had to exist. And that is why I had my own personal credit card, but only used for the business. So that way I could have the IRS, not the IRS, the state on that card, my phone bill on that card until everything officially switches over to the business. But without going on for too long, because I could keep going forever, I want to thank everyone for supporting the channel. Please continue to support however you can. And remember, go outside, touch the ground, look at the sky, and stay hydrated. Because there's a lot of people who do not have the opportunity to do so. And so I always appreciate when I'm able to do so. This is one of my most favorite scenes because I'm able to experience the ground, the sky, and this nice body of water, which I'm not sure how this comes across to you, but the sky is dynamic, it's moving. I can hear birds in the forest, and the water is shimmering. It's such a beautiful scene where I can see all the way up to the end of that mountain, and this whole scenery changes dynamically, even though I'm using my Apple Vision Pro. But thank you all for supporting, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.